All right, these guys are going to break down their top 5 athletes in the UFC. Brendan, we're going to start with you.
This was easy for me. Number 5, Matt Mitrione. He played in the NFL for, I want to say, 5 years with the Jets, the 49ers. Good friend of mine. Also fought the guy. Matt is a phenomenal athlete. You look at his footwork, it's some of the best. At number 4, Anthony Pettis. The reason why Pettis is number 4 out of all the athletes in the UFC, he does what he does with the left leg just as good with the right leg, both sides, which is rare to say. That's why he's such a good athlete, i.e. him jumping off the cage, kicking Bennett Henderson in the face. Number 3, a guy we know on this set, Cormier. Listen, DC is a monster, Olympic level athlete. They don't get much tougher than him mentally, and that's why he's number 3. And he also has the body to back it up athletically. Number 2, this was tough not to put him number 1, John Jones, the pound for pound best fighter we have in the UFC. He's just so long. He has great body presence. He's a monster. He literally is a monster. And number 1, I'm going to take some heat for this, I'm sure, but Ronda Rousey is number 1 because she's just so dominant. And if you look at all the other girls and how much more athletic she is, it's insane. It would be like LeBron James going back to the NBA in the 1950s and dunking on all these guys. That's how much more advanced she is than the rest of these girls. That's why she's my number 1.
Number 1, and no Big Brown on the list. Didn't pick himself. That's
wow.
You know?
I know. You know, I thought about it, and I don't know. I don't know. What can you do?
All right. Well, Brian, you're going to be up next. We want your top 5 athletes.
I got them for you.
Let's see it. Break it down.
Oh, you want them now?
Yeah,
well,
let's do it.
We would like it.
Well, number 5, I've got to give it up. I got to give it up. I got to give it up to Big Brown. I got Brendan Schaub. He's ridiculously strong and fast and light on his feet.
Did he pay you to put him on the list?
What's that?
Did he pay
I
you
paid him a lot of money to put me in the
You
top
know, he
5.
said, I better be on that list.
Why am I not number 1?
Well, that's how it goes. Yoel Romero, I got Yoel Romero as my number 4. He's just a world champion wrestler, and he's just ridiculous. At 36 years old, he's doing the stuff to guys. He's doing crazy stuff, jumping in the air. He does it all. And I would love to have seen him, start MMA when he was, 20. Then Jose Aldo, of course, who was apparently a high-level soccer player, but he's just such a freak. He's so explosive. He does everything right. He's held the belt, I think, how long now? 8 years or something, or whatever it is. And he's just phenomenal. John Jones, of course, is my number 2. I think Jones could play a lot of different sports. I think he'd be a great tennis player. I think he'd be a great wide receiver. I think he'd be a great soccer player. I think he'd do it all. He's just in a class by himself. And finally, I've got as my number 1, Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey, again, for a lot of the reasons that Brendan was talking about. She's so dominant and pretty easy on the eyes as well. And I think also the other thing that makes Ronda such an incredible athlete is her just need to win. I mean, there is no option for her. Somebody is winning, and that is going to be Ronda Rousey. And if you're in her way, she doesn't like you. I mean, she's an extreme winner. I call that an extreme winner.
I like that, number 1 on both of you.
That's why I chose her as number 1.
Brian
She's got that
my list, and I'm for sure going to take a warm hand to your face for not picking me number 1.
Listen, man.
No, come on, man. What are we doing
I
here?
had to go with the champions.
It makes sense.
That hurts, bro. I know it hurts a little bit.
What we talking
I'm
about?
motivating you. I'm motivating you.
True.
When you're a champion, I'll put you at number 1 or 2.
Makes sense.
Either way.
Makes sense.
You're not going to beat out Ronda.
You're not going to beat out Ronda. Yeah.
I can't.
Okay. Well, coming up, we're going to take a look at the difference between having to fight or choosing to fight and which one motivates you more. Stick around.